What it do, everybody? Welcome back to the Birch Relations Podcast. My name is Parker Birch.
And I'm your co-host, Justin Birch, and we are on episode 11.
See, like I said, we got to address this again, all right? It's just me and you are hosts, man. This is the Birch Bros, all right?
Yeah, I know.
All right, man. We are host.
I know.
Okay. Okay, man.
We're co-host.
I gotta explain to this dude, man.
I'll be the co-host. Y'all can share the title of host.
Oh, Lord.
All right.
You can be the hostesses.
You're the main guest.
You're the guest.
I'm the guest host.
Yeah.
Literally. Wow. Anyways.
But would you like to introduce yourself? Actually, you know what, man? I'll introduce y'all to him for you, okay? We got my boy Taryn Myers up in the mix.
One and only.
Yep. You know, man, how you doing today, man?
Honestly, I've been feeling pretty good today.
That's good, man. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, man. I know that you may have had like a rough couple of days, couple of weeks, man. But man, that's okay, man.
Oh yeah.
Would you like to speak on that a little bit?
Wait. Speak it to the mic a little closer. I gotta make sure they hear this.
Does this sound pretty good?
Yeah, that's good.
Speak it to it a little bit more.
Wait, like bring it in.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, how's this right here?
That's good. That's perfect.
Awesome.
Now, before we get into the nitty gritty, I want to first let people know like what you do and all that good stuff because you've been doing quite a few things. You've been making some moves, man.
Yeah.
So I would like the people to know like how's that going and stuff.
It's pretty good. I've been modeling for like 2 years now. Did a modeling job for Adidas's new MLS soccer jerseys this year in Los Angeles.
That.
Yeah,
That was dope.
Hell yeah, it was dope. They paid for my flights, Ubers, food, hotel, and then they paid me $2 extra too.
Dang, it is. Be sure you right, huh?
Hell yeah. Went to a dispensary. They reimbursed me for that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's dope, man. Didn't you try modeling one time, Parker? Didn't you try modeling one time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got a lot further than I did.
Yeah.
Let's just say
Yeah,
that.
you got a whole lot further than what he did.
Just a little bit.
Hey,
But he killed it though.
Hey man, that's pretty dope though. I think I see.
Yeah.
I think I see you pop up in my Snapchat ad one time.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, you popped up in an Adidas ad one time.
Yeah, I had a couple of people send me screenshots of like Instagram, Facebook, and all that.
I was like, yo, is that Tanner? Like,
Yeah.
wait, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, I have a friend out in New York. They actually saw me on a billboard, like in a, it was one of those like window shops. You know what I mean? I was like right in the front window with a group of the Adidas people in there.
Yeah,
that
man,
was
any
pretty
idea
cool.
how big that is?
I mean, it still blows my mind to this day, but like,
Because
I
soccer,
have a comprehension of it. You know,
because
what I mean?
soccer is the most popular sport.
And now Messi's out here is getting bigger.
Yeah, if everybody be wearing Adidas already in general.
Yeah.
And they're seeing that's huge.
Bro,
See, he's wearing
bro.
Adidas already.
Bro, have you seen Trey
Follow
Young's shoes?
No, I haven't seen him yet.
His new shoes for Adidas came out. They look so good. They might be my favorite shoes, man.
Let me look him up, man. We'll buy you, man. Let me look him up
Yeah,
real
you
quick.
need to look him up. But while he's looking it up, man, so you do modeling,
Yeah.
and acting, all that good stuff.
I actually got I got a movie rollout right now. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Light in Us Dark Ones. It's like a period piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on Amazon. Yeah.
It's about like one of the first African Americans to go to college in North Carolina.
Okay.
I get to play a racist.
Wow.
And now look at me, making big steps in the world. You know what I mean? I'm also in a horror movie on YouTube called A Night at the Park 2, Bill Kills. And then I'm filming 2 more short films this September.
That
Put
is.
in work, man. Put in work.
I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. You play a racist?
I play a racist.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, at least you play the racist. I mean, man, look at you, man. But look at where you're at right now.
With the brothers, you know what I mean?
With
Yes,
the
sir. That is funny. That is funny.
Yeah, I'll
irony.
try.
Now, what was I gonna say, Parker? Why don't you pick up one of those cards, man? No, actually, no. Actually, I lied.
You want to get into
I lied. Tanner, I know that you might have been going through a couple of things these past couple of days, or maybe like a week or
It
two.
was like 2 weeks.
Okay. Would you like to explain all that you might have gone through lately?
Man, it's
You don't have to provide details. Just give a short.
Yeah,
Short
long
and sweet.
story short,
Yeah.
I met this girl over summer. I fell for her hard, man. Like I've never had these types of feelings for somebody in my life. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about it. Like I have dreams about this girl to this day. Had one last night.
Man, it's crazy.
But
man.
yeah, she got distant for like a week before things ended, and I was confused. I thought I was doing something wrong. She kept saying she was fine and everything. Then she would give other people attention at work when she would like push me off to the side. You know what I mean? So I felt like I was being shunned almost. And then we get into a slight argument over the stupidest thing, man.
Y'all worked together, didn't y'all?
Yeah. Don't ever date a coworker, everybody.
Oh man,
Always ends bad.
Yes, it does.
But yeah. So she broke up with me over text while she was in the bathroom while I was on the clock. So I couldn't really focus on work. And then an hour and a half after that, I got fired and banned from my job without reasoning.
That is crazy.
Yeah, man. It was.
That is wild.
What the fuck? Yeah, I had a mental breakdown. I tried calling her and texting her because like she's the one person I could confide in at the time. She like blocked me on everything, dude.
Damn,
so
just out of the blue.
Out of the blue, man. And then I called Devin. He's one of my good buddies. I think y'all know Devin, right?
Yeah.
He calms me down, tells me to come over, but I can't because it's a long drive. So I go home, get on the game with him. Made me feel better, but I haven't been able to stop thinking about her since, man.
Yeah.
She made me question love for real. Not gonna lie.
Man, this what makes guys like be ruthless, man. Villain art coming soon.
Yeah, but yeah, I felt that though, like because I've been rejected for most of my life. But one thing I've learned about being rejected is that rejection, it should build character, not resentment.
Exactly. Like as much as I want to hate this girl for what she did, I can't do it. Like it's not me, you know what I mean? Like I still have that love for her. She's all gonna have a piece of my heart.
It should make you go back to the drawing board because let's be real. Whenever a girl leaves you, you messed up in some department, and you have to figure out like where you messed up at. Even if they don't tell you, you have to figure it out for yourself sometimes.
1000%.
Because I know, man. Whenever a girl left me, she was like, "This has nothing to do with you." That's a lie.
That's what she told me in the text. She said, "You're not too much. You never were, but like." She lived with me for the summer pretty much. She was like moving in with you was too much, and like she loves me. She loves my mom. We can still be friends and all that.
Yeah.
Never heard from her.
I don't know about that though. That's still being friends. I mean,
it's just kind of crazy, like how a girl can like take so much away from you, just by her words.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, they cut deep and they stay for a while.
I mean, she made you lose her. Like she took your job away, basically. Whatever she said.
I mean, I don't want to blame her, but like,
I mean,
it's pretty suspicious.
I mean, I'm not a guy who really blames like ladies for the end of our relationship and stuff like that. Like I'm not really I've learned like not to be bitter. I learned how to be better.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah, like I pray for her well-being.
Because when you're bitter,
day, I want her to achieve her goals. I want her wishes to come true. I don't want to wish any harm because then I get that harm back.
Exactly, man. All you can do is try to be better. Like it doesn't help you at all being bitter. And I wish I knew that from a young age. Like I wish I knew that back in our high school years.
Yeah.
Like whenever, cause it was hard for me to take accountability whenever someone did like wrongful actions towards me. Mm-hmm. But I wish I knew that back then because it would have helped me get through it a whole lot easier. Yeah. Than it took me to.
Because you never know what they're going through that causes them to make those choices and decisions.
Exactly.
You know, ain't it crazy how they could just like switch it on and off?
I saw this quote today, and it was like, no matter how much love you give to somebody and how pure your intentions are, they don't have to accept it.
Exactly.
And if they leave, it's not because of you or anything, but it's okay. Like they're just not meant for you at this time, or they're not meant for you at all, and you got to learn that. Yeah, and also I believe that a woman. I believe that every woman, they're loyal. Like they're the most loyal to their emotions, and they're not the most loyal to a person. Yeah, I mean, you got to take care of yourself first in this world, man. Yeah, I respect her decision. I mean, hurts me, but I mean, you can't blame them for doing that. I mean, man, they're just looking out for themselves. I mean, it's the same thing that we would do. I mean, we would look out for ourselves. Yeah, if we were ever in that situation. I've left a couple people like that before. Yeah, exactly. I never ghosted them though. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'd be short with them.
The difference is though, is that I think us guys, we're willing to change ourselves for a girl, whereas I don't think a girl's nowadays is willing to change herself for a man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, like for us guys, I mean, I know I've changed my whole identity for a chick at one point.
Yeah, that I'm pretty sure that didn't work out well, did it?
Oh, of course not.
Okay, wrong button, but that's
thanks,
okay.
Man. Thanks, man.
Wrong button, but that's okay. But yeah, stupid. But okay, I deserve that. But look though, man, you can't expect a lady to change her whole identity for you because it's gonna make you different at the same time because she's not gonna be the same lady that you were attracted to in the first place. That's where most people, that's where they fuck up. They don't stay that same person that they were whenever they attracted that person. Mm-hmm. Like they just become like a whole different person. That's why so many of these relationships, they get like they hit the fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I even asked her though, like I knew I would irritate her sometimes. So like I was asking her like, what do I do that makes you unhappy? That way I can like flip that switch in order to make you happy because making her happy made me happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't want you to change yourself for me. Like that sucks. I've been there. I don't want people to do that for me. And I'm like, it's not you. It's not me doing it for you. It's me doing it for me because you make me feel like I want to be a better man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'll never change myself for somebody, but if somebody can help me change into a better person, I'll do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think that change is the right word. I think it's just becoming a better person.
Just growing.
Yeah.
I wanted to mature more.
Yeah, exactly. Like for example, like I don't want like a lady to like make me change. I just like wanted to like add on to like what I have going on. Like for example, if I'm at 99%, add that 2%, like make me like 101%.
Yeah.
Like add that value into my life.
Yeah, like if I come home feeling like a 20, you can carry that 80. If you come home feeling like a 20, I'll carry the 80.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. Like you gotta be like this.
I think that every man, at least from a general standpoint, wants a woman that's proactively helping his, like improving the man's life.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
like,
And vice versa too. Like
yeah,
we want
vice
a man
versa.
to do that for them.
Yeah, I mean, just like small things, like hey, I noticed that like there are dishes in the sink, so I clean them up for you or something like that. Just showing that effort. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Whether it's from like noodles in a pot or a full 5-star meal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I believe that we as men, I believe that us three as men, that we want a woman that we can protect and provide for.
1,000%.
Yeah, but
sure.
but I believe that one reason. I believe that one reason that none of us are in relationships right now is I believe that none of us we're not like ready to be in one right now. Like for example, like we want to make sure that we're leading our lives correctly before we lead a relationship. Yeah. Because if you're in a relationship and you're already not leading your life right, how are you going to lead your lady?
Or your children, you know.
Exactly.
You never know when those paths can go. Like they can go all over the place.
Exactly. And if you have your girl leading the relationship, she usually leads it to the end because they're not really built to lead the relationship like that. You need that masculine figure to lead that relationship.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you need that feminine energy to be like that.
Keep it in check.
Yeah, to be like that.
Stupid, but be smart.
To be like that star complementary player. Like for example, the masculine man is like Shaq, while the feminine lady, she's like Kobe. Mm-hmm. There are two number one options. But
they're like,
but we all know who
yin
was
and yang,
exactly. But we all knew, who was the main piece keeping it together. You get what I mean?
I do.
They're both number one options, but we all knew who was the true number one.
Yeah,
which was Shaq.
Yeah. See, I see it like as
when Kobe he had
puzzle pieces together. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
As when Kobe he still had his moments, but we all knew that Shaq he was the main catalyst.
Oh yeah,
that's why Shaq he had all
the ground.
Yeah, Shaq had all the Finals MVPs,
the backbone.
Exactly. Being as Kobe, he was still that guy. Don't get me wrong, he was still the best shooting guard in the league at the time. It was either him or AI, but yeah, basically we all knew who the true number one option was.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, while there were still two number ones. You get my jizz?
Yeah.
Can't believe that you used NBA with this kind of and I can't believe you used an analogy of basketball. He's just
But it makes sense though, right?
it does. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Shaq is the backbone, and
Shaq was the franchise.
Without Shaq, the team would struggle regardless. Whether Kobe, with or without Kobe, Shaq was the.
Because we saw how
real
the
deal.
Lakers were without Shaq. They blew a 3-1 lead against the Suns in the first round, I think.
Yeah, you need a big, strong man in the paint.
Yeah. And this is when Kobe was averaging 35 a game.
And this is returning to us. This is a sports episode now. Anyways, listen. So, like, was there? I guess after all that stuff happened, are you? Have you ever heard back from her or anything, or is it just like just
I think. Well,
turned off?
So
here's a better question. Well, here's a better question. I'm sorry. Here's a better question. After all that happened, what did you do to find peace?
well, I tried contacting her a lot on other platforms that she hadn't blocked me on. I was like, why won't you talk to me? Like, I was looking for that closure, you know what I mean? That way
Understandable.
I could
That's
actually
understandable.
understand why this was happening. And then she blocked me on those things too. So then I texted her brothers. I was like, guys, this just happened, blah, blah, blah. Before I texted them, I texted her mom. And she ended up stopped texting me, and like she unadded me on Facebook because allegedly, this is what I got from her brother. She was telling people that I yelled at her in public and disrespected her and stuff. She's making me out to be the villain of the story when all I wanted to do was be her superhero. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so after I found out that,
oh, that's crazy.
yeah, after I found out that there was like no chance of like salvaging anything, I decided to I started working like immediately, man, because I like needed to keep my money going.
Yeah.
And then I had this one customer from Fish Lips come in, which is where I used to work. And then he offered me a job at his
Shout
restaurant.
out to Fish Lips.
Shout out to Fish Lips. We love y'all.
Sir.
But yeah, he offered me a job, so I just started working there. Started trying to clear my head over and over. Watched motivational videos. Went to the gym a whole lot more. I went today after work.
You're gonna get in fantastic shape. I mean, look at this guy.
Yeah.
I like to say so. Yeah,
Stop
I like this. Yeah,
I like to stop drinking.
This
as much.
heartbroken mother.
I actually went through this a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I learned that you can't make somebody want you.
You can't.
You cannot make somebody want you. Either they're going to want you or they're not. I mean, that's just the way it is. But it's not really the end of the world. I mean, all you can do is continue to improve yourself until they realize like what they missed out on.
Yeah.
Even then, like even before you realized that they existed, I was still continuing to work on myself.
Yeah, I was doing great. Like before she came along, then she comes along out of nowhere. I'm doing phenomenal, and now I'm back by myself. You know what I mean? So like I can be great by myself again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing about me is I don't really need any motivation to get what I need to get done because I believe in discipline. I believe discipline gets the job done.
Damn right.
While motivation, that's just temporarily.
Yeah, I saw this thing the other night whenever I was watching some videos, and this guy said like it takes 8 minutes a day of discipline, like just 8, and it'll make you better than 95% of the world.
Exactly.
Because everyone's not disciplining themselves anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So just 8 minutes a day of doing something that sucks will make you a better person.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing about discipline, like Parker, like you can relate to this better than both of us. Like discipline, that's what gets you to go to the right gap to make that tackle for loss. Discipline, is what makes me line up in front of the right lineman to attack my blocker.
Yeah, with good technique too, not just head on. Like
It doesn't take motivation to do that.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I'm glad that football taught me and you was discipline.
Yeah, it's just understand like, hey, today's going to suck, but we're still going to do it anyway because that's what makes us men. You know, what
you get
I'm
the
saying?
motivation to do it. You have the discipline to keep doing it. Then the consistency will just build you.
Exactly,
build you.
regardless of how we feel. Because I talked to our old football coach
Was it
a
Coach
while.
Fry?
No, Coach G.
Coach G?
I talked to Coach G a while
No
ago.
way.
I even gave him an apology because I realized like what he was trying to do with everything that he did for us
It just clicked in your head.
through those summers, through those falls. I realized
All those bear crawls.
I realized what he was trying to do. I realized that he was trying to instill in us that we have a job to do regardless of how we're feeling at that moment.
Yeah.
Like those people in the stands, they're not going to care how we feel. They expect us to pull out that W for them.
They expect you to perform.
Exactly. Our teammates, they're not going to care about how we feel. They expect us to go out and go full throttle for them to get this win.
Same thing with a job too. You're at work, you can't bring all your personal feelings in there, man.
Exactly. Unless we can't walk, they're going to put the best players out on that field to get that W, to get that result.
That's true. That's true. You know, I mean, this football for
And when
me,
and look. Sorry, but when you realize that yourself, you will become unstoppable.
Yeah.
When you put your feelings to the side for that moment to complete a certain task,
Get a job done.
you will become unstoppable. You can worry about your feelings afterwards. You can worry about how you feel afterwards, but I guarantee you will feel a whole lot better once you complete that task. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
okay. So basically, discipline is rejecting what you want now for what you want most,
Exactly.
Or what you need.
or what you need. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like we all have big goals in mind and all those things, and then we're delaying. You know, we're trying best to delay that short term gratification
Yeah.
for what we want in the long term, and that's what the 99% don't do. They go for what's quick, fast, and easy, and we all know that what's easy is not respected in this world, right?
Bob Marley said it was like, ooh, Lord, this is a good quote. He said, if a woman's easy, she won't be worth it. And if she's worth it, she won't be easy.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was just half of it, too.
Where's that button at? Yeah.
And that relates to anything in life. Like, if it's easy, it's not going to be worth it in the long run. But if it's worth it in the long run, it's not going to be easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to
I'm going to remember that next time I'm pursuing a chick.
Exactly, man. And if you give up, then you're not worthy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Man, what's her name? She's going to watch this. Someone's going to send this to her.
Can't wait for that.
Nah, that's going to be good.
No bad mouthing at all, by the way. Like, this is purely respectful.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, like it's all good, man. It happens, all that stuff.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like you win some, you lose some, man.
But I'll tell you one thing, man. You're going to learn to tell the truth, man. All right? This is a good guy.
truth.
No, it's crazy though. It's crazy though.
No,
it's crazy though because, I mean, most men they can't. Okay, well, if we're speaking from a man to woman perspective, it's like most men they can't really tell women the truth nowadays because,
see, and that's
like
all
in my
I
opinion,
did.
I believe that most women they can't handle the truth.
See,
I mean,
I've
look at
always
the
believed that too. And then, like with this girl, she made me feel comfortable. You know what I mean? I made a couple mistakes,
look at what's happening to you.
and I told her the truth straight up.
Yeah, and look at what's happening. Yeah, and look at what's happening to you. Look at the backlash that we've been getting from our podcast. It shows that when you tell the truth, these ladies they don't really react to it as well because they're reacting with their feelings most of the time.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's dudes out here cheating on them, freaking doing wrong behind their back. They're not getting as much backlash as me and him are getting for telling the truth to these ladies. We're not trying to have sex with these girls, so we can be honest with them.
Yeah.
On episode 2, these are one of our biggest podcast episodes yet. It was about fat women and objectification, right? Mm-hmm. And these big chicks, they came at us, dog.
Dude,
like their feelings were hurt,
a little
man. I mean, they were hurt, but the thing is like, I mean, I'll keep it real. The majority of fat chicks out there, if they lost 40 pounds, they would absolutely kill the competition.
Oh,
yeah, but they don't.
Most fat chicks have really beautiful faces.
Yeah, they're not even ugly in the face.
Not even ugly in the face.
And it all stems from insecurities from past people in their lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and do you know who I look? And look, do you know whose fault I believe that they're like thinking like that? I think it's black men's fault. Us personally, because think about it. Because look. Black men, we have the lowest standards of beauty out of everyone, out of every race of man. We have the lowest standards of beauty. All right, and look, these girls, these morbidly obese women, they're going to continue to think like that because niggas are still going to try to fuck.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, niggas be nigging. That's what I say. Because
no matter what, bro, there will be dudes who are trying to fuck her. And that's one thing that I was going to talk about most. Wait, hold on. You know, I'm going to just say this.
He got something on his
okay,
chest,
we
man.
was going to talk about this later in the episode. But I had one of my friends come up to me. They had a problem with my body count debate, how I was talking. And they had a problem whenever I said that men are the self-made millionaires when it comes to sex and women are the trust fund babies. I said that because a below average woman she can have the sex life of a NBA player if she wanted to. And that's because we as men, we willingly give it away to the ladies. So it's a whole lot easier for a lady to be a hoe compared to a man. And when a lady, she controls that access to sex, and if she gets a lot of sex, it's not really as respected towards society because she has to put in enough work for it.
Yeah.
For as a man, for like a young man is like his early to mid 20s, if he can get a lot of sex, most guys are like,
that's a pill.
Exactly.
Man.
Exactly. What do that man have to get that sex? He has to have a certain skill. Whereas a lady who gets a lot of sex, it doesn't really require much skill.
We call that skill charisma.
Exactly.
Confidence, all types of
Exactly.
everything.
And look, he is to have height or confidence or money or swag.
Drip.
Exactly. Status, etc.
Shout out to Danny Duncan if you see this.
He has to have something to obtain a lot of sex for women. Meanwhile, as a below average woman, she doesn't have to have anything to obtain a lot of sex from men.
Yeah.
That's why it's not really as respected. And look, this isn't about wrong or right. We're not going to judge him as a human being. All right, but this is just the reality of it. That's just one of the double standards that benefit us guys. Meanwhile, there's a lot of double standards that benefit women, but no one wants to talk about it.
Yep.
Because it benefits them. All right, we can't get inside some clubs for free, but guess what? They can. We can't make an OnlyFans account and make thousands of dollars showing our feet, but they can.
I mean, I got some pretty feet, man. I shave my toes and shit.
We can't get invited to parties.
Paint my toenails. I make some money, son.
Look, we can't get invited to parties just off the fact that we're attractive women, but guess what?
Yeah,
They can.
girls get in parties for free. We get a $5 fee.
I know if I throw a party, I am not making a single girl pay. Because that's what
Depends on how big the party is, man.
Well, that's what makes the party, the girls.
Shit, you right.
If you don't have girls, you don't have a party.
Yeah, it's true.
See how?
I mean,
doesn't that seem like a pretty privileged place to be in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of fucked up that the party's where the girls at. You know what I mean?
It is, but that's just the way it is. Look. Me and Parker on this podcast, we wish that we could talk about what could and what should be, but guess what? We have to talk about what is.
Yeah.
You gotta live in reality, man.
Exactly. We have to talk about what's going on now. We can't change what could or should be. Mm-hmm. I mean, we wish that we could stop crime, but that's impossible.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah.
We wish that we could. Have ladies accept the truth more, but that's just not possible unless they want to.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to get them to that point anyway of self accountability.
Exactly.
There's a lot of problems with self accountability, man.
Yeah.
Shit's insane out there.
It is absolutely crazy, man.
No one wants to be accountable anymore. And look, I think that's because the lack of masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm talking about that because most men nowadays, they don't want to be accountable.
And they're scared to hold their women accountable.
Yeah. And I think that's I think that's because of lack of masculinity. Because a masculine man, he knows how to be accountable.
I mean, when you're a masculine man, you're bound to attract a feminine woman. If you're not a masculine man, you're attracting masculine women.
Yeah.
So, I mean, opposites attract in that sense, literally. So, I mean, if you focus on being more of a man, then you're going to find a woman. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
But this is how I look at it with like the masculinity, femininity thing. Like, if you're in touch with like your feminine side, that means you'll be able to better communicate with a woman because most women are more feminine than masculine. But if you get like the semi-masculine woman, she'll have a better time understanding you as a man. So if you find that good balance in between the two, then you can find that one working relationship. You know what I mean?
I think when a woman understands us, I think that's how she keeps us. Because look, here's what I say. I say it's our job to attain the woman, but it's their job to retain us.
So, Taryn, you mentioned about...
Oh yeah,
you were talking about
the different like there's
feminine and like masculine. So to speak.
So let's say I'm a masculine man, right? I'm not going to be able to understand a very feminine woman unless I'm in touch with that little Venimity, you know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah,
well,
okay.
think about
Venimity.
think about it like this.
Yeah.
Think about it like this. You would have attracted that woman if you didn't understand female nature to some degree.
Exactly.
And I think that's why fathers are very essential. They can teach little boys about female nature because you don't ask a
Exactly.
fish how to catch a fish. You ask a fisherman.
My man.
I pressed that button by
So
accident.
whenever you I think how we are trying to understand women and how they think and what they maybe like a little bit of like what they care about, but more of what they respond to.
Yeah.
because
Exactly.
a woman could say something but respond to something totally different. Like she'd be like, "Oh, I want a guy that's like gonna bring me flowers and all that bull crap."
But
right?
does she actually respond to it though?
Does she actually respond to it, or does
Yeah.
she respond to the guy that is more of an asshole, the bad boy, so to speak?
Yeah.
And I know why that's like that because let me ask you both a question: who appreciates being sipped on more, ladies or men?
Simped on?
Men,
Yes.
men.
Definitely men.
Why do you think that is?
Honestly, I feel like it just depends on the person, like on one person's
Well,
like
from a majority
or
standpoint,
majority.
I'll tell you why. Here, look. I'll tell you why. Okay, because a lady. Okay, because when you receive something a lot, it has no value.
Exactly.
How many times does a man really get simped on?
Not often, dude.
Exactly. How many times do you think a attractive lady gets simped on?
I don't remember.
Every
I don't
fucking
remember.
day.
I don't-
Yeah,
I
my
don't
point
remember-
exactly.
I don't remember the last time a girl even talked nice to me. You know what
You
I'm saying?
guys, look.
You're lying.
Look.
Except
You
for my
guys,
mom,
smile,
except for my
man.
mom.
look. You guys probably remember a compliment that you got a month ago.
From a chick.
Dude, I really do. Oh my god.
Yeah, my point exactly.
No, I still think about it. It makes me happy, but
Most
she's
ladies in
gone.
general, they probably throw those compliments out the window.
No, like I know this one girl. Not gonna
That's
name
real.
names.
That's real as shit.
Yeah,
But at work, she would get compliments, and if she got a compliment, it would be the same compliment from different people every day. Like if it was her shirt one day, that's all people would compliment. If it was her eyes the next day, that's all people would compliment. And I'm over here like, at least you're getting the compliments,
Yeah,
man. Like,
that's why- look.
I've had one customer tell me I look like Keith Urban, and I was like, I'll take it.
look. That's why I always used to say that a lady, she has to desire her man more than the man desires that lady. Because let's be real, like what you're experiencing right now, ladies, like most ladies, they're not really great people whenever they have leverage.
Yeah,
But when a guy, he has the leverage, he appreciates it more than the lady does because he's not used to it. Mm-hmm. He's not used to
I
being.
feel uncomfortable when I got the leverage. I feel like I'm gonna fuck something up.
Yeah. But it costs you to play your cards right a whole lot more. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, as if you weren't really complimented as much, you wouldn't really feel as good about yourself. You wouldn't really feel as special.
Yeah,
Like that's why I always tell my lady friends that I hang around with, hey, but just big him up for one time, man. He would really appreciate it because we don't really get that enough. Like let's keep it real. And look, I know some ladies though, it kind of made me laugh because they think that most guys out here they're actually having sex, and that's just not the case.
You know how hard it is for us to get sex?
I mean,
consistent, like
maybe like
see,
10
I haven't been
level.
trying, honestly.
Well, think about it like this for the guys
it is
who
pretty hard though from experience. Like,
Yeah.
if you,
Like,
if you go out looking for it, you're not going to get it. You have
'Cause-
to go out not expecting to get it, then out of nowhere,
Because-
God's hand comes down and he's like, "Here's
Crazy.
the opportunity."
Because
You're
let's
like, okay.
let's keep it real. Most men they're invisible to most women, and the
Yeah.
reason and we know this because they did studies on dating websites like Tinder, Bumble, OkCupid. Women they only swipe right 5% of the time. Meanwhile, as men, I think they swipe right like 60% of the time.
and that's not including how many matches they get, how many days they actually go on those matches, and how many of those actual
Dude,
days.
out of
that,
all
like,
the
close
matches
and
I've
stuff.
had on Tinder in my life, I think I've maybe went on like 7 dates.
Most men they can't even get a date, let alone have sex.
Yeah,
You know how many days I went on off of Tinder?
none of them worked out.
Yeah,
Here, so for me, I swiped. I can't even count.
Yeah.
Right, but I probably been on 4.
4?
most
And
dudes.
I closed out too. If you get what I'm
Look,
Yeah.
Parker. Do you
Still
know how
doing
hard it is for Do you know how hard it is for a man to get a date, let alone have sex in 2023?
It's all about hookup culture today, though,
Yeah.
man. Like, people don't really want to be taken out on dates. They want to be treated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but who really controls hookup culture, though?
Women.
Yeah, because they're the ones who decide who have sex. They're the ones who decide who hooks up.
Yeah.
So they're the ones complaining about it, but they're the ones who control it.
Mm-hmm.
And I get, and look, don't get me wrong, I know most dudes, they're just trying to fuck, okay? I'm not going to lie to y'all. Most dudes, they're just trying to have sex, okay? No dude will ever tell you that. You heard it from me first. Most dudes are just trying to have sex. But at the same time, though, I think it's good to establish boundaries from the very beginning. That way that, you won't have, high hopes and you won't be disappointed in the end. Like whenever he just takes what he can get and goes. Because I'm not going to lie to you. Most men nowadays, they take what they can get from a woman and go.
And with that, don't look for a man. Look for a gentleman. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Those are the people that are going to keep you happy rather than make themselves happy.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I'm all about pleasing my lady and making her happy. Like me being pleased, it won't really matter to me as much because me helping my lady out, me helping her smile, that's what makes me smile personally because I feel way better treating someone than I do treating myself.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that I don't treat myself because I do. I treat myself sometimes. I like to look nice from time to time.
A little too much, you know what I'm saying?
Man, be quiet. It ain't ever too much. But look though, we as guys, we were raised by women. Look, us three, we were raised by women.
Yep.
We seen the stuff that our mothers have went through. So we would want to treat someone better than we saw our mother be treated.
Exactly.
We get so, and this is has nothing to do with the mothers, right? They did however they did,
They got us
They
where
did.
we are.
Yeah, they got us where we are.
They did as much as they could, and without them, I wouldn't be here. You
No,
know what I'm saying?
me either.
But here's the
Dude, if
thing,
I didn't
though.
have my mom, I don't know where I'd be, dude.
Right.
I know how much your mom means to you.
Dude, my mom means a world to me.
I know that.
Shout out to the mothers, man.
Shout out to Christy Lynn Myers. I love you if you see this.
Yeah, she gonna watch this. I bet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
but
make her
She gonna
watch
show
it.
Yeah.
yeah, but one
But
thing.
I'll say it real quick.
Okay.
But, the thing is, though, this is coming back to the absence of masculinity. We get so caught up in a single mother household that we start to try and please our mothers without worrying about ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And whenever we try, you know what I'm saying, it's really hard to really prioritize yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
So you end up, I guess, they call it being a son husband. in a
Yeah.
sense.
A son's
But
bend.
look though. One thing
Yeah.
as well. I realized this I realized this maybe last year. Like growing up with a single mom, like in the neighborhood that we grew up in, most kids in that neighborhood they ain't really have their fathers.
That's true.
So I used to think that was the regular growing up, but then I slowly realized seeing kids with their dads, seeing how they were raised.
See the advantage.
I realized that growing up like that was dysfunction
Yeah.
compared to that 2-parent household. That was stability. So I think that. So and you can look and look. You know that the father and the mother inside the home is very important because let me give you one example. Think about the movie The Water Boy. Okay, the father was pushed out of the life, where it was just the mother and what she wanted, whereas there wasn't no masculinity inside that household.
Good thing you had the football.
Yeah, exactly. So I say that to say this. I think that women, they have the most important job in society, and I think that job, like they have the most important responsibility. My bad.
What is that responsibility?
I think that we as a society, we would go forward if we choose the right person to have babies with.
That's true. Most of these guys out here are just playing. Having
Yeah, a lot
babies
of
with
women will
anger.
just like based on their past. Let's say their mom was like abusive to them,
Yeah.
or their dad left them at a young age. that's like the image they're stuck with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what they're going to run to when they go to find a man.
And when the lady and
then they get stuck in that cycle.
And there's a respect issue in that factor, because think about it. When whatever image that they have, like for like a father, they might look for that in the next man. Like for example, if they don't really have a good example of a dad, if
they're going to get a bad person.
They have that unconditional love as a kid. They're going to tend to look for that in very promiscuous ways. Whereas that lady, she had a good father. She tends to know she has a good sense of self-worth.
Yeah.
Compared to that person who didn't really have a emotional connection with that father.
True that. And it's like whenever they have that bad example of their father, whenever they are used to having like that bad man in their life, like they're used to that shit, they find a good one, it scares them off.
Exactly.
They're not used to that type of love.
Look, that's one of the worst things that we could do that's one of the worst things that someone could go through, is being her first good man, because she's not going to know how to respond to it, unfortunately. And it's not no one's fault. It's just that
they're not ready for it.
Yeah, they're just not ready for it yet, and that's no one's fault. I mean, it's okay. I mean, but still, like, you wish that you wouldn't have to go through that. Same as them.
I think society is falling in the West, and as men with morals, we live in a country where the morals are disappearing.
Oh, 1,000%.
I mean,
1,000%.
I mean, let's just think about it this way: when we were kids, seeing a girl half naked was almost like be like, oh my goodness. But now we're so like desensitized to it, where we look at it now, it's just like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, ain't that, like,
we're not even talking about swimsuits. We're talking about like whole lingerie and stuff.
like ain't that a problem? Like, there's girls that like girls are out here wearing lingerie in the middle of the street, whereas it was only meant for your man in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and these girls,
like, it's just like casually on the street. It's like, whoa, like,
there's girls out here that are stripping as well. And think about it, though. Do you really think that they would be stripping if they had that good masculine scent? If they had that good masculine figure inside the home?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Can't nobody else teach you that. Like, let's be real.
Like, you're not dressing like a lady. You're dressing like.
Yeah.
Forgive me. This is a total joke. Not dressing like a lady. You'll be dressing like a tramp. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And like, look, it's almost like the culture now.
Look, I don't believe that anyone could be objectified unless they objectify themselves first.
Exactly. I don't like. I'm not gonna. If I was a woman, I wouldn't want to go out in like pocket low shorts. You know what I mean? Like, I want to go out with like a little knee-high dress or something, like a skirt.
I mean, girls are wearing outfits now to where it's like we already see how she looks like naked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whenever I say they dress like a tramp.
Exactly. And look. I'll give an example of like a guy objectifying himself. If I was throwing money up in the club, I can't be surprised if a girl is trying to take my wallet and take whatever I want. I can't be surprised by that, because I'm over here putting myself in a position. I'm over here showing myself off like that. And I'm over here portraying this image like, hey, I just give money out to anybody.
Making yourself look like a big bill man.
Like a girl, man.
Exactly.
If you out here twerking on every guy, man, can't be surprised when the next one wants a little bit of action too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, or when someone says no, like, oh, why don't you want me? Because you're dancing on everybody else.
Yeah,
I don't want that.
Yeah, a guy with good sense and good character, man.
Yeah, exactly. And they're going to drive away the guy that they admire and respect. Same way as we would drive away the girl that we admire and respect and would want to take seriously long term. Yep. Because I'm assuming that we all have some morals and values, and we would want a girl who actually like has like a sense of self-worth. She wouldn't want us if we was just giving everything that we had out to the world and not giving it to her exclusively.
Yeah,
that's true. So speaking of fat women, right? How y'all feel about the Lizzo situation? We recently, news came out that she has been body shaming her, I guess, backup dancers.
Yeah,
Lizzo of all people has been fat shaming, and I think us men have been waiting for this for so long. We've been waiting for this moment, and our patience is finally paid off.
Yeah, I think if these rumors are true, I think it's very hypocritical of her to be doing that, because she's putting that energy and she's putting that negative energy into her backup dancers, but she could be putting all that energy into into
the treadmill.
into helping herself out.
A treadmill. Let's just
Not even against the treadmill, man. Like dumbbells,
Stairmaster,
barbells,
son.
exactly. Stairmaster.
Yeah, fuck a treadmill. She needs stairs.
But with all due respect, like I honestly don't believe that she's in any place to objectify anybody.
Yeah, and look, it's worse when she has every single attribute to be successful. Great voice, great writing skills, but she just does not lose weight. That's the only thing. That's the only negative that she has.
I saw where she lost 40 pounds though on her weight loss journey.
Let's keep going. Look,
Just-
look.
Let's keep going.
Look, here's my opinion about
Lose
Lizzo.
40 more.
Look, here's my opinion.
That's the crown talking.
Look, no, shut up. No, listen. Here's my opinion about Lizzo. She has no negative attribute except for that. She has no negative attribute.
And even then, like that's a matter of opinion too. Like the next guy could come along and be
She
like,
makes
dude, I
good-
think Lizzo's beautiful.
Look. She makes good music. She freaking I'm guessing that she makes good videos. She has a good following. Like, let's be real.
She inspires a lot of people, man.
Exactly. So why not? Let's not inspire more people by doing the thing that will save your life, which was lose weight.
Yeah.
I mean, this just goes to show how critical it is for a woman for her image. Why her image is more important than her career, the amount of money she gets. No matter how good Lizzo gets, we will always see her like
As she is.
on a visual scale.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And
And that's the thing that women need to understand.
It's nuts though, because like I'll see all these overweight people, man. Like in 1900, like 120 years ago, the heaviest person in the world was like 475 pounds.
Good Lord.
475, and like it seems like today in America, that's almost the average.
It's terrible.
It's dangerous,
Like
man.
they have
That's
a whole
deadly.
TV show, My 600-Pound Life. That shouldn't fly at all.
Yeah, no one wants to self improve anymore. It's like we care about people's feelings more about their actual life. Like
Society's making us lazy, man.
like your feelings don't matter if you put in the grave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just keeping it real. So say if I was out here committing crimes left and right, if I was over here pushing weight, dealing drugs, if I was just robbing people just for the hell of it, and I'm over here putting the ground, no one cares about how I feel at that time. No, I'm going to be dead.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah,
long
man.
run, it's really nobody because like
I'm gonna need
six people will put you like carry your cast, but only one person's going to put you in the ground. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And like, how many people are really going to be thinking about you like 3 months after?
They're not. They're not going to give a damn about
Yeah,
you.
They're gonna continue on
Life
with their
goes
life.
on, man. I mean, we saw Michael Jackson go. We saw Kobe go. We saw some of the biggest, most inspirational people on the
saw
earth.
Prince
Robin
go.
Williams.
All
Prince.
all these people, man.
Exactly.
Yet we are still.
Robert Williams killed himself, and he went to therapy before. And guess what? After a short time, nobody gave a shit.
And it's crazy because he gave all like the majority of his time into making other people's lives better. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And still, like a lot of people forget until they see a clip of him.
I still love that movie RV.
Honestly, I haven't.
That was
seen
my favorite
one.
Robin Williams movie, RV.
I've been wanting to watch that one.
That was a really good movie. It was a really good movie. I love that movie, me personally.
Wow. So, anyways, guys, for our last thing here before we run out of time, we got a few questions for you, Tanner.
I got a couple answers.
I got a couple
All
answers
right.
too, man. Let's not play.
Put that cup
I'm
down,
in this
man.
too.
Don't discriminate. Come on.
Yeah, come on, bro.
My bad, man. Maybe I need to get on that.
I'm a
roll.
host too, bro. Don't do that.
Man. I'm gonna be Uncle Ruckus.
Uncle Ruckus.
Uncle Ruckus.
You can't be doing that,
Like,
bro.
all right, here you. All right,
Keep it on to the streets.
all right, man. No.
I pressed the wrong button again.
Here, I'm gonna ask these questions, and we'll start with you. All right, and
All
then
right.
we'll go all the way around. So, which of your dating standards are absolutely non-negotiable, and explain?
Dating standards.
Which one is non-negotiable with you? Like it's either this or you're done. Or like I can't have you here.
Like if I'm dating somebody or taking somebody on a date.
Dang.
Dating
like,
somebody.
like you're dating
Dating.
this girl relationship.
All right. You have to reciprocate the amount of love that I'm radiating for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
yes.
if you're gonna be tired of my love, like if I have too much love to give, be honest with me and tell me it's too much.
That's when you get multiple girls, baby.
No.
No.
Because you got so much love. That's why you need more. Am I right? Come on, guys. No.
That logic, though, it's that logic. I can't argue with the logic.
Like, I mean, kind of. Like, I missed out on a lot of love from multiple people. So I want to give all that love I never got to one person, and I want them to reciprocate that for me.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah, it's real.
And what about you, John?
Okay. One thing that's a no-no is like...
Which one of your standards are not?
It's a tie. There's two for a tie.
All right.
You can't have a whole past, or you can't be in contact with your ex. Because first of all, what does your ex have to do with what we got going on?
Yeah,
that's so important. And having a whole past, like we're not going to be able to. Okay, so when you have because whenever you have a lot of like bias to your name, it's going to be hard for you to have that emotional attachment towards me, because women, they're more attached to sex than we as men. And as fucked up as that sounds, that's just the reality of it. Because think about what it takes for a lady to have sex with you. She has to look at you as that guy. All right, and if I know that you look at a lot of guys like that, it's going to be hard for us to build that attachment towards each other.
Yeah, that's true. All right, good. Let's see. I'll just do two.
Communication's also a really big thing too. Like, be open.
Yeah, but that should be a given, though.
Yeah, that's with any relationship.
Yeah. I mean, and look, and another thing about the body count thing, if I don't even have a high body count myself, so if I'm going to hold myself to a standard, why is it so wrong for me to hold my significant other to that same standard? Because guess what? If she was to hold me to that same standard, no one will have a problem with it.
All right. So here, I'll do two more for the sake of time. But these are pretty good. We'll save the rest for the next episode.
Man.
Yeah, it's all good. It's okay, Justin.
All
So,
right.
what was the lowest point of your life, and how did you recover?
Lowest point of my life. That was probably, it's running on 3 years now, but 2 years ago in January, it was January 25th of 2020. No. It was 2021 because I had just turned 20 or 19, I believe. But I was in a car accident with my best friend Vicky where I died for a little bit, died 5 minutes. She's still dead to this day.
Damn.
Woke up in the back seat. She was laying on my body, like covered in blood. I tried waking her up and everything. She wouldn't. Watched them do CPR on her. I had broke my back, so I got rushed to the Vanderbilt hospital.
I remember this.
Yeah, they put rods in my back. I had to learn how to walk again because I was a little bit paralyzed for 15, 30 minutes.
I remember this.
And then the mental recovery was probably the worst part.
Yeah.
Because I was stuck in a chair for 2 months, couldn't do anything. I was dealing with survivor's guilt, all that. And then I had to be institutionalized twice because it just all my whole reality came crashing down because I couldn't physically grasp what was happening to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
So the mental recovery for that was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to put myself through.
Yeah.
And now I'm here doing great. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean that's what people are going to want to hear whenever you make it, man. I mean,
yeah,
be like,
dude.
man, I almost be like, man, you never would have expected it. I almost didn't make it, dog.
And I also say, dealing with that kind of loss, I always say, it's not what you do,
yeah,
it's what you do after that loss that defines you as a person. Because
see, I could have let that ruin my whole life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You could have let that ruin your whole life. No one would have attributed that. No one would have attributed that loss to factor like your actions, like what you did.
Yeah.
All right. You got something on this?
The lowest part of my life.
In your short 21 years.
Yeah, it was probably, I don't know, man. It was probably my high school years, honestly.
You sure?
Yeah, it was probably
college was pretty tough on you, man.
Yeah, but it was probably my high school years though,
Oh.
because that was a whole 4 years compared to like 3 months.
Oh, okay.
2 months for me.
Yeah, exactly.
I about had a
But,
year.
yeah, I think it was my high school years because I just used to. It's I never really felt desired in any space that I was in. Yeah, and I never felt wanted anywhere. I never. Yeah, it's like I Like people used to make fun of my voice.
You were invisible, huh?
People used to make fun of my voice all the time. Which
Yeah,
I
same here.
Yeah, like I know my voice sounds stupid. Like I know that. Don't worry. But it's like, yeah, I know that. Like they did not waste no time to bring out like any flaw that I had in that very moment. But it was like the way that I got over it was like I went to weights every fifth block. I went to go work out, man. It was like that was just like a place where I could just like release all that frustration, and I knew for a fact that there was gonna be like no repercussions for it.
Yeah, it's good you learned that early too.
Yeah,
Like in high school,
knew.
I'd always feel like the backup friend, and I let that get to me, man. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I'd
Me
be the
too.
one walking behind a pair on the sidewalk.
Exactly, me too. But I learned early, like I learned like early, like how to like process like how I was feeling.
Yeah,
but still getting like what I needed to get done.
right on.
That's good.
The worst case scenario, like I just cry like laying down in the bed, but like I never did that, like because crying doesn't help. I just got to improve who I am.
I feel like crying gets you to that point of realizing where you need to go from there. You know what I mean?
Admitting that you have a problem gets you to where you need to go.
1000%.
Nice, man.
Because that's the first step of becoming a better person, is admit that you have a problem.
Yeah.
All right, so one last question. Now, could you date a person with children? And if so, are you prepared to be a step parent if things progress?
I have dated a person with children. She had 2. And at the time, I was not ready to handle that stepdaddy, father figure place or responsibility. So
Yeah.
I broke things off.
Would you say that you kind of want to start a new game mode instead of continuing on someone else's game? Do you think?
Honestly, I feel like it just depends on how old the child is and how much love the woman has for me and how much love I have for the woman. Like if we click like Legos, then I'm gonna I'll make that kid my own. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be their father.
You can always make some.
But I'll definitely be their dad.
Yeah, I mean you can always make some. You know.
Yeah, I definitely could.
Always have, technically you could have your own.
Yeah,
way,
I'd
so.
probably wait to do that though, like late 20s,
All right.
maybe even 30s. You never know.
I'm aiming for late 20s, early 30s.
I feel like late 20s is going to be my time to have children. Like once I'm settled and financially
Once
stable,
you feel like that you lead, once you feel like that you know that you're leading your life correctly.
Like once I have that generational wealth, to where I can take care of my grandkids without thinking about it, that's probably when I'll be ready.
Yeah, and to answer that question though, I think for me is okay. I know for a fact that if I take on if I settle with a single mother, I know for a fact like here's most men's problem. They don't realize in their heads that when you date a single mother, you're going to have to provide for that child as well to some degree.
1000%.
Now, don't get me wrong. Like I don't see a problem in that. Like that should be like a rule outright. But the real question is, am I going to have a place like where I can discipline the child? Because if I'm going to have a responsibility to provide for that child, I need to have a responsibility to discipline that child. Because
That's fair.
To have authority, because I can't have responsibility without authority. Because guess what? Responsibility without authority is slavery.
In closing, Tanner, do you have anything you want to say to the people out there, whether it be advice or you want to plug or anything or just any of that sort? The floor is yours, man. Take your time, dog.
Anything to say?
Maybe words of encouragement or anything like that.
No matter what obstacle you have to face, whether that be emotionally, mentally, physically, never let that weigh you down. And if you need to, sit on it for a little bit, let it wash over you. Don't push the feelings down.
Yep.
Feel it out, and then get yourself into a place where you can do something about it or make a difference from it. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Definitely, because you can be depressed, but being angry, that's going to be a lot better than being depressed. So keep finding a mood above the mood you're in, and then that'll set you on the right path of where you want to go in life.
Nice, man. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
You got anything, John?
Yeah, I just want to say, like, like for anyone that's dealing like with like that with their mental health, like taking a toll on 'em, or they're just going through something, or if they're feeling depressed, it's like figure out what finds you peace, figure out what makes you happy, and be able to process what you're feeling, because you still gotta go out here and get what you need to get done.
Yeah.
Because you can't be out here losing. Like here's what I always do. Like, I don't want to lose because of how I'm feeling compared to what I've done.
Yeah, it's real. It's
Good Lord.
it's storming out there, man.
Golly.
It's gonna be a great night, dog.
It should be a funny night.
Yes, for you.
One more thing, though.
Shut up, Parker.
Yeah.
I found out that being joyful has much more value than being happy, because you can find happiness in anything, and happiness can be taken away from you like that. But if you're joyful, nothing can take that away from you, because that joy radiates from within you. Happiness comes from outside of you. So
Yeah, that's real.
be joyful over happy.
Yep.
I always tell people that, like, if they're in a hole, like they're trying to dig themselves out of a hole in life.
Mm-hmm.
I always say to, like, I know it's hard to always look at from a sense of like, oh, I gotta get out of this or this and this and that. Instead, be excited on where you're going to go in the future.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like,
Keep on digging that hole. You might find some diamonds.
For real.
man, that's risky, man. You know what I'm saying? Digging yourself in a hole like that. I mean,
Hey.
but that is true though. I mean,
Hey, the same place where you find pipes, man, you find diamonds, man.
that's true. I thought you were like coming from like a pressure makes diamonds kind of thing.
That too, yeah.
Oh.
Pressure bursts pipes, but
I mean,
makes
definitely
diamonds.
don't put too much pressure on yourself, because that can make or break you. But I feel like
I mean,
there's
there is
definitely
some
better
pressure.
alternatives than that.
Yeah.
I mean, man, for it's no pressure. I mean, man, I've already expected results out of myself. Like,
Parker,
like I've worked too hard. Like I've worked too hard.
Yeah.
like I've worked like me personally. I've worked too hard for me to fail. Like, I've expected results out of myself ever since that I became an adult, because I know that I've put in the work. So now all I gotta do is just put all that together and get the results that I want.
Facts.
Well, let's see. Is that all from y'all?
Yeah, man, it's all for me.
All right. Well, guys, that's going to do it for episode 11 of the Birds Relations podcast, man. Once again, Taryn, man, thank you for coming out.
Dude, anytime, brother.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you
Anytime.
coming
Air
out.
high
man.
five. Pow!
Listen, guys, make sure y'all follow Tanner on all socials, man. There will be in the link in the description down below, man. His Instagram, Snapchat, all types of stuff, man. We'll try to link where you can see the movie that he's in and all that good stuff, so you can see him play it racist.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and you
saying?
can see me get murdered.
Yeah, man. He gets, but yeah, death scene.
Yeah, I was the opening death scene in that horror movie on YouTube.
Come on, man, you lasted just as long as Chris Brown stomped
Oh
the
yeah,
yard.
he gonna make it. Yeah, you gonna make it for sure. Anyways, guys, we appreciate y'all, man, and let's have a good one.
Yeah, man. Let's have a little fun tonight, man.
Peace and love, everybody.
Peace and love.